Hey guys, welcome to Diary Bookaholic. My name's Dorothy. Today we have the Monster Mash book tag. Leave all the information for the tag down below in the description box. Question 1. I was working in the lab late one night. What's a book that kept you up at night? For me, I said just a bite. It's a kind of like a zombie book, but not really. It's this girl who ends up getting some type of like disease, flesh-eating disease type thing. It's really creepy. Question 2. My eyes beheld an eerie sight. What is the weirdest or creepiest shit you've ever read in a book? For this one, I said Camp Slaughter. There's one death in particular that's very gruesome. Like I could just hear it happening in my head when I was reading, and it just had me like creeped out. Question 3. Get a jolt from my electrodes. Name a book that completely shocked or surprised you. My Heart is a Chainsaw, I said, by Stephen Graham Jones. This one, I was hearing mixed thing when I went into it. I listened to it on audio, and it surprised me how much I liked it. It wasn't a 5-star, but still I was expecting it to be like a 2-star read, and it was a 3-star for me, but it was interesting. It wasn't what I was expecting. 4. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. Name your favorite monster or villain from a book. I can't remember how to pronounce his name, so I'll leave his name down below. But the villain in Dark Witch, he's very sinister. He thinks he deserves everything, and he wants the family's power in this book. He wants it for his own. And he's also been trying to get it for years, for generations, basically. Question 5. Whatever happened to the Transylvania Twist? Name a book that was super hyped when it came out, but no one talks about it anymore. I didn't grab my copy, but Beautiful Creatures, when it first came out more than a few years, 10 plus years ago, all you could hear, like everyone was reading it, but now you don't hear anything about it. Question 6. They did the mash. Name your favorite book that is a mashup of 2 or more genres. I did Grim Legacy. This is like fairy tale retelling with like a literature fiction type writing. It's based in the real world, but you have some magical things coming in. You have elements of different fairy tales happening. This one focused on the Grimm fairy tales. The second one is the Andersons, Kristen Hans Andersen's fairy tales, like Little Mermaid and all of those. And the third one, I'm guessing, is like Alice in them, because it's the woes of Wonderland, Land of Woes. Hopefully I can read that either next month or the month after. I haven't read it yet. I'm only 2 books into this series, and I'm really enjoying it. Question 7. It's a graveyard smash. What's your favorite horror novel? For this I said Rabbit in Red. I am not going to try to pronounce the author's last name. This is a kind of a competition, like scavenger hunt based on like horror movies and horror novels. I got it in, I forget which box, probably Horror Block, years ago, and read it and really loved it. Ended up getting the next 2. Actually, I got the second one in as an e-copy from one of the boxes, and then the third one I bought, but I ended up buying the second one in physical because I loved it so much. Question 8. A scene was rockin', all were digging the sounds. What's your favorite song based on a book? Now, technically, it's based off the movie. Ice Nine Kills is a band that does a lot of like horror movie songs. They'll base their songs off of a horror movie. It Is the End is based off of It, which is the movie is based off of Stephen King's book, The It, so that's how I got that one. 9. Tell them Boris sent you. What's your go-to recommendation? It depends on like what people are asked. If they ask me for a witchy book, I go with the series Sweep. This is the last book in the series, but this is set in real world where a girl finds out she's a Wiccan witch, and over the series you see her grow as a witch and as a person. And this last one jumps in a few years, actually quite a few years, because in this one her daughter's the age she was and she found out she was a witch. 10 for you, the living. The match was meant to. Who do you tag? I don't know who's done this, and I don't know how old this tag is, so if you want to do it, consider yourself tagged. 11, bonus question, what's your favorite thing about Halloween? I just love the vibe. I love the spooky, witchy vibes that it gives, as you can tell from my shirt. Halloween, for me, used to be about the trick-or-treating, and then, like always, my dad ruined it. So it became about the witchy and spooky stuff. I tend to read and watch more spooky stuff around this time, despite what my husband says, because he's not into that stuff so much. But most years I don't go all out, but I try to have something, some type of decoration or something that's kind of fallish or spooky. With that said, that's the end of the tag. All the information for this tag will be below, along with my Goodreads, Instagram, and my blog. And with that, have a wonderful day. Read what you love. Bye.